My question is to the Prime Minister. Could the Prime Minister please respond to the revelations in the final report of the Royal Commission into Robodebt?
Give the call to the Prime Minister.
I thank the member for Hunter for his question. The Robodebt Royal Commission exposed a shocking abuse of trust, an illegal program that was used to crush vulnerable people, an illegal program used to attack the defenceless. This was not business as usual. Commissioner Holmes wrote on page 102, "The Commission rejects as untrue Mr Morrison's evidence that he was told that income averaging as contemplated was an established practice and a foundational way in which DHS worked." That is just a fact that was found by the Royal Commission. Alarm bells were going off, Mr Speaker. Every member of Parliament had people coming to their electorate office saying that they had these debt notices that they didn't actually owe. And when representations were made to ministers, on every occasion that my office made representation, the debt was either completely waived to zero or was waived substantially. And yet, those people who are most vulnerable are those most likely to have not found their way to an electorate office with a Member of Parliament, grappling with fake debts and the trauma that came with that, trying to fight a system designed to keep them down. The Royal Commission's final report also stated this: Robodebt's unfairness, probable illegality and cruelty became apparent. It should have then been abandoned or revised drastically. It says this: instead, the path taken was to double down. So I've heard since the Royal Commission was handed down, members of those opposite, people who were ministers and had the honour of serving as ministers of the Crown, saying as soon as we're alerted, we shut it down. Not true. They doubled down. They didn't shut it down. They doubled down and continued to attack those. And yesterday, the member for Cook suggested there was only one victim of Robodebt, him. So much self-pity, so little self-awareness, Mr Speaker. But the Leader of the Opposition backed him in last night on the 7:30 report. He's called the Royal Commission a witch hunt. Nothing to say about vulnerable people hounded for money they didn't own. The fact that some of them were driven to their deaths. His only sympathy for Liberal MPs who created this scheme and doubled down on it, even when the alarm bells were going off. The same ideology that leads the Liberal Party to oppose public housing for vulnerable people is what led them to this Robodebt disaster.